Do you ever freeze or wish you could just disappear from yet another awkward chat with a Portuguese native? Conversing is the true test, but not of your Portuguese skills per se. You see, chatting with a native who clearly has a massive linguistic advantage over you requires different skills, not just grammar, which even more advanced learners miss. I developed my 4 R's framework when living in Poland and later improved it in the Netherlands. And it's what has allowed this Unschooler to chat with another mom for 3 hours. By using my 4-step hack, repeat, react, rephrase, and raise questions, anyone can keep a chat in Portuguese going, even if you're an introvert or don't know all the words. So let me show you how the 4 R's can boost your confidence to break through awkward silences and finally help you become part of the conversation. The first roadblock you're bound to encounter is when you don't catch what a native says. What some of you do is to apologize for your Portuguese and explain you're still learning. Perhaps you'll even ask the person to slow down, but that's too long of an interruption, and it's likely to result in the person switching to English. The first R is to ask the person to repeat. The whole point here is to postpone as much as possible people losing their patience and going for the easiest option, to speak in English if possible. And you know what? You don't really need us to slow down. What you need is another chance to hear what the person said. And the easiest, beginner-friendly way of doing that is by saying, diga. You shouldn't overuse it though, otherwise the person might get suspicious. So, to level up your Portuguese, try saying, desculpe, não percebi o que é que disse. Desculpe, não percebi o que é que disse. If you pronounce it this way, o que é que, as o que é que, the other person will get a bit confused. She doesn't look Portuguese. She has a slight accent, but she does sound like us somehow. And that gives you an advantage. So now that you've improved your listening comprehension, it's time to get you to speak, even if just a little. It's very likely you'll come across a chatty Portuguese. Since their linguistic skills are undeniably better than yours, you will have little chance of participating actively in the conversation, right? But think of it this way. If you let the person do all the talking, you have only listened, which means it was a monologue, not a conversation. Finding ways to say something here and there will help you turn that monologue into a conversation, even if you just speak 10% of the time. The added bonus is that you get the person to slow down a tiny bit. See? You didn't have to ask for it directly. The second R is for reacting, and you can react by saying things like, a sério? Claro, não acredito. Pois, pena. Those short interruptions will be the start of you finding your voice in Portuguese. Now, the third R is a little more sophisticated, but really it's the perfect trick to get the other person to slow down, to make sure you understood what was just said, and to increase your speaking score in the conversation. Rephrasing is done by interrupting the speaker when you're not quite sure you heard something correctly. Imagine you heard someone saying, amanhã vou a Ponte Lima, and you didn't quite catch where exactly the person was going to, so you say, amanhã vai ao Porto. You're sure that's not what the person said, but you just give it a shot. Then the person confirms or corrects you and hopefully gets a little distracted about what they were going to say next, which means you have a little time to breathe. The next and final R will allow you to lead the conversation. It may seem impossible if you're still at early stages in your Portuguese, but believe me, raising questions is what will make the whole difference to your confidence in having conversations in Portuguese. Think about it. In lessons you've had, didn't you practice a lot answering questions like, como se chama? Qual é a sua profissão? E de onde? And so on. Well, when you are the one asking the questions, you know where the conversation is going. This means you get the gist even before the person starts talking and can then focus on the details. No more getting lost in conversations. If the conversation ever gets into unknown territory, meaning the other person talks about a subject that is still too hard for you, you can ground them again by asking, mas a senhora é de Ponte Lima? The moment she answers, não, sou de Xange Tavares, be ready with a diga, I'd use it too. Okay, so now you know about the 4 R's. Ask to repeat, react, rephrase, and raise questions. That doesn't mean you can magically turn your vocabulary and grammar knowledge into real conversations quite yet. You really need to practice these 4 tricks to make them second nature for the next time a conversation opportunity arises. I suggest you start practicing to react. In this video, I'll show you how you can start speaking the 10% that will boost your confidence in conversations by reacting to what you hear. Vemo-nos lá.